The story begins with 4 college students who are rafting in the jungle. These 4 were also camping at the same place. Jagu goes missing, so Chutki goes to search for him, leaving Bhim and Indumati alone. Suddenly an arrow crosses Bhim's path. He doesn't understand the situation when another arrow pierces Indumati's eye. As a result, Indumati dies, and Bhim flees from there. Chutki arrives at the scene and sees that a cannibal is devouring Indumati's eye. Upon witnessing this sight, she hides there. Just then, Jagu also arrives. As it turns out, he had gone to fetch firewood. The cannibal spots Jagu and attacks him. But Jagu, being a mischievous monkey, creates a ruckus and manages to escape. However, no matter how fast he runs, the cannibal eventually catches and kills him. Meanwhile, Bhim also falls into the trap of these cannibals and is killed, leaving only Chutki alive among the 4. After that, the story shifts to West Virginia jail, where some prisoners were supposed to be transferred to another prison. 3 police officers are assigned this task. There were a total of 5 prisoners, one of whom was Doraemon, the head of a mafia organization. All of this was happening because of him, and that's why he was being sent to another prison. Their transfer was scheduled for 2 weeks later, but the police find out that Doraemon's men will hijack a bus on the way and free him. Due to this emergency, they decide to take an alternative route, which is also a dangerous one, where the cannibals are eagerly waiting for them. The police officers set off with the prisoners, and on the way, the cannibals arrive and puncture the bus with their sharp wires, causing it to overturn. Just then, Doraemon snatches a gun from a police officer and attempts to escape. But another police officer shoots Doraemon, and a knife lands on the neck of that officer, resulting in his death. The police officers believe that all of this is being done by Doraemon's men, and then a rain of arrows starts falling on Doraemon, which makes the police officers think that these are not Doraemon's men. Doraemon tells the officer to unlock everyone's handcuffs, but the officer says that the keys are inside the bus, and the bus was completely burnt. One police officer was also trapped inside the bus. The officer goes inside the bus and brings out the keys and rescues the policeman at the right time. As they walk a little further, a girl attacks them. It turns out that she was Chutki. Chutki tells them about the man-eater. She explains that the man-eater kills humans and devours them here. But these people do not believe Chutki's words because her behavior was not right. Nevertheless, Doraemon asks her to take them to the location of the man-eaters. Chutki takes them to the location of the man-eaters, where they find a flipped bus on the way. It was filled with a lot of money. Doraemon tells everyone to pick up 2 bags each, but one police officer was injured, so he couldn't lift a bag. This angers Doraemon, and he shoots him. Just then, Chutki was about to take everyone away when a man-eater attacks them, but Doraemon swiftly shoots him down. As they move forward, they notice a chain hanging, which Doraemon catches. However, the police officer realizes that it is a trap set by poachers. Therefore, he pushes Doraemon forward. Doraemon manages to escape, but the police officer has to pay the price and becomes a victim of the trap. Moving ahead, they reach an old cabin where the poacher's truck is parked. Although they all know that it is a trap set for them, Doraemon still sends a captive, Nobita, near the truck. And as soon as he reaches the truck, the poacher captures him in his trap. From behind, looking for an opportunity, Poplu attacks Doraemon, and the officers quickly flee from there. Doraemon defeats Poplu by hitting him, and the police officer tells Doraemon that they should leave the money here and search for the officers if they want to escape from the jungle. Finally, Doraemon finds them. Doraemon was about to kill the officer when the officer tells him that there is a watchtower here from where we can contact someone. Seeing this last opportunity, Doraemon lets him go. As soon as they reach there, they see that the watchtower has been completely destroyed. If you have seen the first part, you would know that 3 thugs had set it on fire. But as they don't get any information on this truck, Doraemon starts attacking the officer. Then a dog attacks Doraemon because this dog came with Jailer Saab. Due to a lack of updates, Jailer Saab was searching for them in the forest. Then a thug who was on a tree throws a spear that goes through Jailer Saab's mouth. Moving forward, Doraemon sees that the thug burns all the money along with a prisoner. Then a thug appears in front of him, and they have a big fight. Doraemon beats the thug so badly that it ruins his appearance. But in the end, the thug overpowers him and opens Doraemon's head, devouring his brain and celebrating. On the other side, it is shown that the officer goes there to save Chutki and successfully rescues her. But here also a fight ensues between them and the thugs, in which one thug is killed, and these people escape in the truck. But the thug was not dead yet. He was just pretending. He comes in front of their truck and climbs on it, causing the truck's balance to be disturbed, and the truck overturns. The truck was about to catch fire when the only surviving prisoner, the officer, quickly takes Chutki out. But the thug was not going to die so soon. He attacks them again, but this time the officer kills him with his own weapon. The officer also sets the prisoner free, saying, "Go, prisoner, live your life." After a while, the entire police force arrives there, and the officer and Chutki's lives are saved. A few days later, the officer comes back there out of greed for the money, and someone kills him from behind. It was none other than the same prisoner whom the officer had released. The prisoner was taking that money when suddenly another thug appears there and kills him. But to this day, no one knows who that thug was. If you want to know, I can tell you. But you have to like this video a minimum of 100 million times. Do it. Come on guys, I'm waiting.